yeah, even when you have a weight loss system and lifestyle that really works for you, you can get off track. It happened to me over the last week and a half. Keep watching this video to find out what happened and what I'm doing about it. Some of you already know this, but if this is your first time watching my channel, I started my weight loss back in September 2023 with a goal to lose 30 pounds in 3 months. Well, I didn't lose 30 pounds in 3 months, but since then I have lost 29 pounds as of May 10th. Still haven't really hit that 30-pound goal, but almost. And the reason why, you would think, oh, why haven't you lost 1 more pound? But the thing is that weight loss is not linear, which means it just doesn't always go straight down. But sometimes it fluctuates. And then if you deviate a little bit from your lifestyle, your plan on some days, it may take you a little longer to reach your goal. And what happens with me is I believe that you gotta live your life and have events with your family and whatever things you need to do. And sometimes that makes me have to go a little bit off plan. And so because I am living my authentic life, it has taken me a little longer to reach that 30-pound goal. But the good news is that when I do reach it, it's going to make it easier for me to stay in that range so that I don't get back to where I was at 158.2 pounds. The great news is that during my weight loss journey, I discovered a system which I call Steph's system that works for me at this age and stage of my life. Even though my hormones and metabolism have changed due to menopause. In case you didn't know, I am 58 years old. So ladies, if you're over 40 and going through peri, pre, or post-menopause, don't let anybody tell you that you can't lose weight, because it is absolutely not true. I have done it, and I will link some videos in the description for you and at the end of this video if you are interested in learning more about how I've done it. I am not a doctor or a nutritionist. I am just giving you information about what helped me to lose the weight, and I believe that it can help you too. But always check with your doctor or healthcare professional before starting anything new, especially if you have any kind of underlying condition. So back to what happened. I was in the middle of doing a 28-day core strengthening challenge in addition to living my Steph system lifestyle to lose the last couple of pounds. Well, because even though I was at 129 on May 10th, my weight was wavering back and forth between 129 and 131 due to water retention, excess sodium, bloating, all of those kind of things, and just living life. So in the middle of the challenge on June 18th, we had planned for our grandkids to come over for about a week. I had told myself, I said, "Sylv, you're going to be able to stay on track, even though a 3-year-old and 11-year-old were going to be staying with us." Well, I thought I could. It was a good thought. But this is why you have kids when you're young. I'm not a little spring chicken anymore. Those little grandkids just threw me all the way off, and I ended up not even having the energy to even want to think about walking my 9,000 to 10,000 steps per day. So what were the results of me falling off the Steph system lifestyle wagon? Here is my weight loss graph. I reached my lowest weight of 129 on May 10th. And on June 18th, the day the grandbabies arrived, I weighed about 131. As I said, it was fluctuating back and forth between 129 and 131. By the time I was ready to start back, pick my normal Steph's system lifestyle back up, the date was June 24th, which was 6 days after they had initially arrived. And I weighed in at 136. Yep, I gained 5 pounds in 6 days. Sometimes it's a little discouraging how you can gain weight so much faster than you lose it normally. But I knew what I was doing when I was doing it. And so I also knew that once I started living my Steph system lifestyle again, that the weight will come off. What was I doing during those 6 days, or not doing, that caused me to gain 5 pounds? Number one, I did not drink enough water. Number two, there were days that I did not get all my steps in. I did get in 14,000 steps though on the day we took them to the beach for a day trip. But I also, which is number three, had a ton of carbs that day when we went to the beach. We went to Wildwood, New Jersey, so we had to take them to the best pizza place on the boardwalk, which is Max Pizza. We also had ice cream. We love Core Brothers ice cream. Had to do that. It was, and I wasn't gonna not have any. That's not gonna happen. So it was what it was, because I'm living my authentic life. I don't do this every day. My normal lifestyle is my step system lifestyle. These were treats, and it's, as I've said before, it's okay to have a treat. You just have to get back up. When you fall off the wagon, I decided to fall off. I didn't fall off by accident. When you fall off, you got to make sure you get back up in a good amount of time. Now that 6 days, that was quite a bit. Normally, I don't veer off for that many days. I'll take the 5 pound gain because I know that once I get back to my normal step system lifestyle, that the weight is going to drop off. Number 4, even though I did fast every day, but instead of doing 20-hour fasts, I did only 16-hour fasts, and sometimes less than that. I believe that if I had not fasted at all during those 6 days, I would have gained more than 5 pounds. The 5th thing that I did or did not do that caused me to gain that weight was that I did not track things like I normally do. I did track my fasting and steps, but not my carbs and my water, because I knew what I was doing. I knew I wasn't following it, so what good would it have done to track it? So to be perfectly honest and transparent, the grandbabies went home on Friday, June 21st, but I didn't get back up until June 24th. I decided, okay, that's enough. I've had some treats. I've done what I wanted to do. So as of June 24th, I decided to pick myself up and get back to my normal step system lifestyle. And here I am 5 days later. It is now June 29th, and I am back on track. I have lost 3 of those 5 pounds that I had gained. So I'm now at 133.4, only 2 pounds away from my initial weight on June 18th when the grandbabies came, and only 5 pounds away from my ultimate goal of 128 pounds. So I have learned some lessons from this that I want to share with you guys. Number 1, I learned that setbacks are a part of the process, because life happens, and I'm going to live life with my family, and I'm going to enjoy special occasions. I'm going to have summertime fun and the foods that those times bring, and I'm not always going to feel like I'm having to deprive myself all the time while everyone else gets to eat and do whatever. To me, that is not an enjoyable way to live. Sometimes it's necessary to make sacrifices and deprive yourself sometimes, especially when you know that this is what works for you and this is a healthy way of living. And so that's why I call step system a lifestyle, because a lifestyle is how you live day to day normally. And that is what I do. I fast basically every day, whether it's 20 hours, 16 hours, sometimes I take it down to 14, sometimes 13, but typically it is 20 hours of fasting 5 days a week, 16 hours of fasting 2 of those days, which is the weekend. But to me, if I had to sacrifice all the time and without having the flexibility of intermittent fasting and the step system lifestyle, it would just be depressing. For example, when our grandkids were here, one day I actually fixed a pancake breakfast for them pretty early in the morning, and I decided to have some, where the rest of the mornings when they ate breakfast, I decided to continue fasting. So number 2, the second lesson I learned, The next time I will make the time to get all of my steps in at the beginning of the day. And I'm talking about like when grandkids come over or we have company that spends the night or anything. And the third lesson is that I will be more conscious about drinking my water and tracking how much water I'm drinking throughout the day, because it's so important to continue to do that, because the more water you drink, the less you're going to even want to put on your stomach. That's the way it works for me usually. I hope that through my transparency and vulnerability that I can inspire you who may have fallen off the weight loss wagon but are determined to begin again. No matter where you are right now, if you have created your own system of what works specifically for you, call it your system, and we can work on our systems together. We can be a support group right here on YouTube to help support each other. The sooner you get back to your system, your weight loss, healthy lifestyle, the better. The longer you wait, the harder it gets. The more junk you eat, the more junk you want to eat. Think about it. Think about why you started this journey in the first place. Don't you still want it? Don't you still want that? A small setback doesn't define your success. We can do this. It worked before and will continue to work when you are honest with yourself and work the system. Track your progress, be determined and consistent. You can do it. Know that it's never too late to start again. If you've fallen off the wagon, know that you're not alone. It has happened to all of us. Take a moment to reflect and then get back on track with renewed determination. Thank you so much for watching this video and being part of my journey. If you need a little extra motivation, check out these 2 videos about how I lost more than 10 pounds in 1 month. If you enjoyed this video or found it helpful, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel for more content like this. Remember, we're all in this together, and together we can achieve our goals. We just need to take one step at a time. So let's get to stepping. Stay motivated, stay positive, stay consistent, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.